everybody. It's Tuesday, and I just wanted to say hi. It's Cheryl. I'm a 64-year-old budgeter, and today we'll start out. We have about 6 or 7 different things to do, so hopefully you'll be able to stay around. Our mindful message. What I eat fuels me. I eat the best foods accessible to me. I infuse my food with love and gratitude before eating. It says visualizing the nutrients I am consuming and the love that went into growing and preparing this food. What this mindful message is saying is that anytime you eat something, people have had their hands on it. Okay, they either grew it, they prepared it, if you go out to dinner, you have chefs preparing it, you have, when it comes to the vegetables, you have the farmers that have picked them. So it just means, make sure that when you eat, you eat healthy foods as much as possible, because that's what helps you stay healthy. All right, and we have our root chakra today, and the scent is rose. There you go. We also have our sacral chakra. Tiger's eye is the stone, and lemon is our scent. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about my I'm Watching You challenge. And what I did is I just added a little bit to it. Okay. So I was looking at the envelope and thought, okay, so we've already saved about $20 in the I'm Watching You. Okay, so we have $20.75. Okay, and so I thought, okay, we need 7 quarters, so we're going to use the quarters out of here, and then I'm going to talk about every subscriber that I had listened to. Okay, the first subscriber that I listened to, and her name, and this is a channel called Venus Returns, and it's one that I probably watch almost daily for spiritual guidance. I just always feel really good after listening to her channel. So I would say Venus Returns is the first one. And I do watch the total video. The next channel that I watch is Samurai Matcha. And I'm trying, this way you can know a little bit about me. And I watch his channel, his name is Aki. And he talks about keeping life simple. And when things get complicated, just make them simple, okay? If you've got like 1,000 shirts in your closet and you don't know what shirt to wear, donate. Keep the ones you really love. And this way it'll be easier for you to make decisions. And it's about simplifying and buying things that when you do buy something, make sure it's something you really like and that brings you joy, okay? And the next video I watched was Tanya at Sandoval Budgets, okay? Hi, Tanya. It looks like yesterday was, a bit tough because her family wasn't letting her tape. They all wanted her attention, and she was having a rough time being able to take. So good job, girlfriend, with that situation. Okay. And I'm putting a quarter in for watching her video from the start to the finish. The next thing I watched was Erin at Sassy Budgets. Okay. And boy, does she save a lot? She has a big savings budget, okay? I don't know why, but just a huge budget. And yeah, that's what I thought about Erin's video yesterday. The next one I watched was Save with Judy. And most people know Judy, and her name is Judy. And she had Alex there with her to help her. And you could really tell that she was where she wanted to be at that moment. That Judy was exactly where she wanted to be. The next video I watched was Saving Dough with Key. And what I remember about the video for hers is that she's back, okay? She's been gone for a while and she's back, okay? So we'll put the quarter in there. And then the last one is my friend Tracy. I watched hers, and hers is Saving with Tracy. And she did such a great Father's Day tribute. Father's Day was a very quiet day for me. My father passed away in 2002, and he was actually killed by a gun, but I'm not anti-gun. I believe in freedoms, okay? So I don't bring up politics very often. But I believe that everybody needs to be able to protect themselves because there's so much mental illness out there right now and so much chaos. And so I just want to say a prayer. Amen. Hope you had a great Father's Day. And thank you for that. So we now have a $20 bill, and then we have about $22.50 in our I'm Watching You. Okay? And now the next thing we have is our June non-spend. And so I had 3 different days. I had 1 day of spending and 2 non-spends. And actually, I had a really good day. I took myself out for breakfast. I decided to go hustling to make some money in my little side hustle that I do occasionally. And I am actually retired, but sometimes I like to go out and earn a little extra money so I can have money for savings challenges, okay? And that's been what's been motivating me to go out and earn some money. So on Saturday the 15th, I made $100, and but it was Saturday the 14th that I made the $100. But I also spent some money on getting my fingernails painted. Now, I didn't get a manicure and a pedicure. I just had my nails painted to try to save some money because it is getting so expensive, about $130 to get your feet and your nails done. So I just didn't have that much in my budget. So we went ahead and I went ahead and had my natural nails painted, and my toenails are painted, but I didn't have the full pedicure. And I will have a full pedicure once I save enough money in there. But it's gotten so expensive that the pedicures that I like to get are $75. The manicures that I like to get are $50 plus. So you're looking at almost $200 just to get your nails done. But I love the way that the paint job turned out on my nails. And these are mine. They're all real. They're not fake. They're just mine. And so we're going to add $7 in our June non-spend. And this is a really motivating way to save money, okay? So right now, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, We have $24 in our no spend right now. And the plans for this is to reimburse my mom for her plane fare that she spent, for as much of her plane fare that she spent to come see me in a few weeks. So we'll see where we are on there by that time. So we're gonna put the no spend away. Okay. The next thing we have is our subscriber challenges. Okay, and we're at 83. So thank you everybody and all my friends that have, given me shout outs. I really appreciate it. So we have 72 in prop money. Okay. And then we have, 77 in prop money, because that's where we ended up with. And then we have $6 in real money this month. So we've gained 6 extra subscribers. So essentially we're looking at 83, and that's pretty cool. And I just think that's cool. And I'm no longer even thinking about how to get to certain numbers. No, don't need to. So I'm gonna go ahead and put our quarters back in here. And today we've got our travel binder, okay? And last night I was planning which type of savings challenges we would do today. And I had about 3 different ones out on the table. And then when I got up this morning, I thought, yep, I think we need to save in the travel binder, because this is something that is always on my mind, always something that is such a big part of my life, that this morning I thought, that's priority to me. Okay, so here we go. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different challenges in our travel binder. Okay, so we're gonna start out with the first one here. And this is a savings challenge for Ubers and taxis. And this is to get back and forth to the cruise port once I fly in for a cruise. And most of my vacations nowadays are cruises. I've been on 16 of them, 14 with Royal Caribbean and 2 with Celebrity. And it's just a way that I like to kick back. I like to see, I like to walk beaches. I like that there's less stress, that your meals are taken care of, and so that's how I feel about that. And some people like them, some people don't. That's okay. But I really like to go on cruises, and I really like the Caribbean. So we've got right here, we did the June, and we're gonna go ahead and scratch off. And it's an almighty 5. And it says, I embrace the rhythm. I'm sorry, I'm having problems speaking today. I embrace the rhythm of life and let it unfold. On the back it says, whenever you feel overwhelmed, take 3 deep breaths and calmly repeat this affirmation. It says, try also looking in the mirror. Okay, so we're going to put the almighty 5 in here, and this is for travel, Ubers, and taxis. Okay, and the next one we have here is for the hotel for the night before the cruise. And the only reason why I do that is that there's no way for me to get from Washington State to Florida, Galveston, or anything the day of the cruise. Especially with, you know, with problems with planes or, you know, just travel woes. So we're going to go ahead and put in Almighty 5. And this affirmation says, I deserve all the good that comes my way. For more empowerment, add this affirmation. I now release all negative beliefs about myself. Amen. Okay, so we're going to put an Almighty 5 in here. Okay, and the next one we have is for airfare to get to the city that the cruise port is in. I scratched off an Almighty 5. It says, I am always supplied with whatever I need. Take a look at your life so far and acknowledge how many things you have overcome, all because you were supplied with what you needed at that time. All right. Amen to that. Okay. The next one we have is for the cruise taxes and fees. And this is a big one, okay? Because it looks like this one's done. But this one is, we have a new one in here, and a new affirmation. It says, my ability to conquer my challenges is limitless. My potential to succeed is infinite. You are limitless. You are the only one who can set up limits for yourself. So don't. Keep on dreaming, girls. Okay? Even though I also believe in it is what it is, but still continue to dream. Okay, we're going to put an Almighty 5 in this one, and that's for our taxes and fees. And then the next one we have is for cruise excursions, and I rarely buy these. And the reason for that is, but there's occasionally there will be a beach trip. Sometimes I will take a taxi from the port if I've been there before and very comfortable at that port to whichever beach is there. But that's what I like to do when I go on a cruise. I like to visit all these just beautiful, pristine beaches and just kick back and walk the beach and meditate on the sea. Okay? So, and this one says, and this is for cruise excursions. Like I said, I rarely buy them, but we will have some in there just in case. And it says, I am beautiful inside and out. And it says, you are beautiful, unique, amazing. Your divine soul shines bright and allows others to see how beautiful you truly are. Okay, so we're going to put the Almighty 5 in this envelope. Okay, and the next one we have is for travel souvenirs. And lately when I've been traveling, I pick up stuff to make savings challenges, but this is for souvenirs. And so my inner self always knows what to do. Whenever you have to make a decision, pay attention to what you feel in the moment. Is your discomfort, anxiety coming out of fear, or do you feel as if it's somehow justified? I'm going to let that go, because sometimes with decisions, I have to sit on them and let them go for a little bit until the answer comes to mind. And that I feel very, very, very comfortable with that decision. So that's how I make decisions that are important. Okay, so we'll put $5 over here in our souvenirs. Okay, and the next one is for the travel food and snacks for the night before. And these are the things that get expensive. Now, I normally cruise on complimentary cruises. That means they give them to me for free, but I do have to pay for the taxes and fees. So usually I cruise on about $250, and this is for 2 people. And it comes with your food, and like I said, when I do get these comps from cruise companies, I just want to say thank you for saying, hey, we would love to have you on the boat. And I pay the taxes and fees. And then I get to enjoy this cruise. So the next thing we're going to do, since we've spent our money today, is go into our travel binder here. Okay, and it says, let's travel the world here. And this one is number 4. And that's for the travel food and snacks. And we're going to take the money out of the travel envelope and put it into the binder. And until you choose to spend that money on this thing, that means, you know, for the food and snacks, like right before my next cruise, we will empty it out and use it on these items. It'll probably take more than that too, but just saying. Okay, so we have $10. We have 2 $5 bills in travel food and snacks. Okay. And then when it comes to our souvenirs, and that is my space 5 in here, and we've saved $10 in our food and snacks. And this is for, you know, the meals the day before. Okay, the next one is for cruise excursions, and it is number 6. So we're stuffing this binder with the $10 that we've saved in our envelopes. Okay. And then the next is number 7 is for taxes and fees. Now this one we're going to be saving up for a while, okay, when we finally fill up, because this one has about a $250 limit, and we have a couple that are bigger save up amounts. So we're going to put this $10 in here for the taxes and fees, and once I get $250 in the taxes and fees, then I'll most likely book my next cruise, okay? Because you always have to book them ahead of time. And so the next one is for airfare. And we have $10 towards airfare. So it's been fun saving today in my travel binder, and it is something that's been on my mind, and I knew I had to save in it today because just something was guiding me to say, okay, you need to give that travel binder some love because you love to travel. And so, and then this one here is on number 2, which is for the hotel for the night before. So we're gonna go ahead and put this one in the number 2 slot. Okay, and the last one is for our Ubers and taxis, and that is in our 3rd envelope. So this is our weekly savings into our travel fund. Okay. And then doing the math, since we have 7 categories, we have $70 saved, and we'll just keep on saving. And thank you. And this is my Let's Travel the World binder, and it feels good to save in that category. And but it also feels really good to be taking the summer off, and I'm totally retired at the moment, and then I'll occasionally do some fun stuff to make a little extra money here and there if I want to. And usually it's when I look at my stack of money and say, okay, you need some more money to save with, so you better go do a little hustling. But seriously, folks, my side hustle money is what I use in my savings challenges. I don't use my regular money from my retirement that comes in from my retirement. You know, we've got normal things, normal bills, house bills, everything else. And so that money stays in there, and I play around with my extra money. All right. So namaste all. Have a good day. Take care.